What's up, BookTube? It's Monty, and today we're here to do the pumpkin spice latte tag. Chilling in the background, I have my pumpkin cold brew. I don't really like the pumpkin cold brew, fun fact, but it felt, one, appropriate, and two, like, I was already gonna have a nice coffee, might as well make it fit the theme of the tag video. I'm going to answer all of these based, at least the one question, based with my October TBR. With that disclaimer out of the way, the first question on the tag is pumpkin spice latte. Name a book that gets shit on, but you think is delicious and that you love. And I feel like in past years, this answer might have been more fitting, and this book might have actually been controversial. These days, I don't really think that it is. I think that a lot of people have come around to the brilliance and they appreciate it. But the first thing that came to mind was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is my favorite book. Not my favorite book in general, but like my favorite of the Harry Potter books. The other day, I was rearranging, and by the other day, I literally mean yesterday, so the 8th. I was rearranging my little 9-cube organizer because it's not really, like, you can use it as a bookshelf if you're a minimalist, but I'm not really a minimalist. And so I was going through my shelf trying to find space for things, and I was really contemplating getting rid of all of the Harry Potter books that I own except for this one. So yeah, because I'm never going to actually reread them. It just kind of felt like, oh, I'm a reader. I loved those books as a kid. I should own them. But should I? Should I really? I don't think that. So I might get rid of them and just collect Order of the Phoenix copies. I don't know what I'm doing. But the answer to the question is this one. It's my favorite one. I think it's the most, like, petty Harry gets to shine. Hormonal, angsty Harry gets to shine. Like, what is not to like about this one? Like, it's so good. It feeds the soul. So, that's my answer. The next question is, fall is my favorite season, a cliche that you can't get enough of. And basically, I would say just about anything that is featured in American royals, from the reluctant royal trope to the, oh, my sister has, like, it all better than me, but actually that sister thinks the other sister has it better than me, to the characters getting snowed in, like, deliciousness. Can we focus? Thank you. Deliciousness just fed my soul completely, so I'm happy with this. I'm still not a fan of this gold spray paint, so I think I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop trying to give my books golden, and the best one by far, this is like a total side note, the best one by far has been Steel Crow Saga. Steel Crow Saga did not come for me. Anyway, so the next question is Sweater Weather, a book you thought was one thing but was completely different by the end of the book. And I think I talked about this in my Contemporary Thon recommendations video. I hope I did. Probably didn't. But little middle school Monty was still a voracious reader, and he picked up The Pact, a love story by Jodi Picoult, and I was like, this is going to be a fun little love story, and it was not. It deals with what is his name? Is it Chris? Yes. So Chris is currently on trial for the murder of his girlfriend. And what was her name? I couldn't even tell you. I want to say it's like Amy. It's some lovely, Emily. So Chris and Emily are together, and then Emily dies, obviously. Otherwise, how would he be on trial for her murder? And this story was a fucking roller coaster. For a solid, 3 months of my middle school life, I was addicted to Jodi Picoult books. I read The Pact, and then I read My Sister's Keeper, and then I read Change of Heart. Oh, 19 Minutes. Oh, 19 Minutes. How could I forget to mention 19 Minutes? And all of them just put me through it. They put me through it so much. So much they put me through it. And, yeah, I just never getting over this book. But 10 out of 10 to recommend. Obviously, if you can't deal, there are I haven't read this book in like a decade. Oh my god, it's been over a decade. One moment. Anyway, I know there are definite triggers of... There's mentions of suicide in the book. So, yeah. So there's that as well. Next one, spoops. I really hate that word, fun fact. It's like my moist. Do you have a spooky book on your TBR? My TBR is full of them. I think the spookiest one is going to be House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron A. Craig. Stuff is Falling. Love that for me, but that's totally on brand. By Aaron A. Craig. I still have only read the first 20 pages, and I keep not picking it up because I own it, and I'm like, I'm gonna read library books, but as you're about to find out, that's not really been the case. But I think the first 20 pages had some definite spooky vibes. And then, am I holding it up? Yes. Ninth House. You can't, I took the dust jacket off, it's chilling right there. But Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I'll hold it this way so you can get something other. Although there is some detailing on the thing. Yeah, see? So, that's lovely. There we go. There's some lovely detailing on the cover of Ninth House. That's what you get with the American edition. But this has like ghosty vibes, and I knew that there were supernatural elements when I went into this, but I didn't expect them to be so prevalent for the first 120 pages. So, love that for me. And then I think there's only one more question, and that question, there's two more actually. I lied. The first one is a 5-star prediction. The Batman, The Long Halloween. I don't know why. I think everything else is probably going to be good. I just don't know if it's going to be 5-star good. And some of these are rereads. And so, like, I already know that they're not going to be 5 stars. So, if not this one, then maybe Spin the Dawn. Spin the Dawn probably has the best act, like the physical novel thing, is probably the best bet. So, Spin the Dawn. Or Batman. Sephora and Sage. Oh, that's what it... Okay. 1 second. So, we're gonna do some editing magic here. Sephora and Sage Crystal Set, a book that meant well but missed the mark by a landslide. And we know I think that about The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Because I kind of thought this was going to be just a very empowering story about a Cuban-American woman, or even just like a Cuban woman in the early days of Hollywood, finding her footing, establishing herself as a star. And that's kind of what this book is, but this book is also attempting to do some kind of examination on race without actually doing that examination. And I'll never forgive them, not only for Evelyn Hugo, but for what they did to, like, what Taylor Jenkins Reid did to Monique's father is completely unforgivable. Point blank, period. But I think that the fact that Monique did not meet a single black person until she went to school when she herself was black, just bullshit. And also, I don't think the book ever adequately addressed how Evelyn Hugo used her white passing privilege and her identity as a spicy white woman for like 60 years. Like 60 years, like, and I'm not, I have a whole little mini reading discussion. I'll leave a link to my Goodreads. I don't think it's a bad book. I think Evelyn Hugo. I think Taylor Jenkins Reid knows how to write. I liked Daisy Jones in the Six. I don't hate this person. This book is signed, although my name is misspelled, TBH, to be fair. But, it's signed. Like, I met her. She was nice. I had a lovely interaction. I wasn't sitting in the ripped bodice, like, dragging her for writing this. One day I'm going to have a video where I don't drop shit. But on that note, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again in my next video, whenever that happens to be. But until then, bye.